Real quick, I'm absolutely pissed. My fucking Five Below headphones I've been wearing for videos are officially broken. I don't know how this happened, but the show must go on. Can I get a hashtag? The show must go on in the chat, please, in the comment section, wherever. We're going to talk about a situation with J.K. Rowling. She is threatening legal action against a transgender activist. You got to love those people who basically called her as a Nazi on social media. So, if you guys aren't aware, you've been following the channel, you've been following all sorts of news about Hogwarts Legacy. J.K. Rowling has been under fire because of previous comments that she said that these activists, these wokies, have labeled as transphobic, right? You gotta love, they're the ones that can dictate whether free speech is hateful or not. They're the ones that can label people as bigots or not. They are the ones that can basically decide if you're a Nazi or not, which is funny because a lot of their personality traits, a lot of the way that they smear people, a lot of the ways that they attack people are Nazi within itself. Like the people that are calling people Nazis are the Nazis or the Yahtzees, whatever the fucking thing is. I'm sure as many times as I said that word, this video is going to be limited ad revenue on YouTube. So yeah, we're going to take a look at this article. This happened a couple days ago and I'm finally just now starting to talk about it. We're going to talk about this. So this is saying that J.K. Rowling is fighting back against an activist who smeared her as it. And, this individual's name is J.J. Wells, right? They sent out a tweet saying she's also a Nazi or at least has views that align with them. In response, the novelist J.K. Rowling said, "Okie dokie, JJ, we'll play it your way. Give me regards to your solicitor." So just we're going to touch on this in a minute. So he ended up having to backtrack, and we're going to look at some of these older tweets. So you could see this was a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, he's actually deleting stuff. He's deleting tweets. Holy smokes, guys. So there's some deleted tweets. I'm sure we will have some of the screenshots in here. So you could see J.J. Wells, to be fair, the woman in question wasn't actually being threatened with being burned alive. Hyperbolic metaphor based on her original tweet. You know that you're playing dumb intentionally. She's also a Nazi, or at least has views that align with them. So J.J. Wells is a activist. Activist, I use that term loosely, on Twitter, and he basically was just having a go at J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling goes on and replies, and she was actually swinging her fucking dick out, which you gotta applaud her, man. Defending yourself, sticking up to your guns. You can see that she says, "The thing about the solicitor's game is everyone can play, JJ. I ignored your hyperbolic metaphor about burning me to death in 2020, but I'm starting to think that was a mistake. What's your solicitor's view on this Nazi accusation? Would they advise you to defend it in court?" So she's saying, hey, you know, you want to run your mouth about me? She basically said she's been ignoring him since 2020, but that this guy is basically harassing and smearing her. Now, on the internet, there's people, trust me, as a public figure myself, people are going to say bad things about you. People are going to say that you're a pedo. They're going to say that you're a molester, that you're weird, that you're this, you're that. They're going to say their shit about you because the keyboard makes people feel protected. But when you're fighting fire with fire and you're supposedly, I guess this gentleman himself is another public figure that is in the spotlight and you have influence on what your audience will listen to, it's going to backfire on you eventually, especially when somebody like J.K. Rowling, who, it's funny, these wokies say that she tries to assert her dominance because she's rich and stuff. Well, don't fuck with somebody that's rich. Like, the last person I would want to smear is somebody that could fucking take me to court for everything I have. But let me see if I thought I had some of these tweets out here from the past. But regardless of what, I'm all over the place. Him deleting tweets is a sign that he's quickly fixing things up because he sent this apology out. We're going to take a look at it. That threw me off a little bit too. I wasn't ready for the apologies to be sent out, but you could see this guy is scared now. because she basically said, hey, let's take this to court. The Nazi comment. So yeah, here's his apology. I would like to publicly apologize for a previous Twitter thread where I interacted with J.K. Rowling on matters relating to the transgender community. I've now removed these tweets and would like to apologize to J.K. Rowling directly for causing potential upset. And then they continue on. I failed to choose my words with care and would like to retract my previous statements relating to reviews on the LGBTQ+, and more specifically transgender people. I would also like to retract my likening to J.K. Rowling to any far-right or Nazi organization and emphasize I do not wish any individual, inclusive of J.K. Rowling, to come to any harm. And you already know what's going to happen, guys. His own people are going to bite his own hand. He's a transgender activist, but these people are already going to be biting at the bit, saying that he bent the knee as well. It's like a fucking... Here we go right here, actually, now that I spoke with it. Solidarity with you from across the ocean. I'm so sorry that you have been forced by money and power to deny what's so evidently true. So yeah, bravery alert from J.J. Wells, who is basically a keyboard warrior fucking chicken shit. You know, these people like to fuck around and find out. They like to run their mouths about people. They like to spread misinformation. And I get it. You know, they're the ones who are the first people that are like wanting to call people Nazi and this and that and scream tolerance. But they're the ones that are least tolerant of people. And when people fight back, they turn it into a way to victimize themselves. And it feels so fucking good to see that J.K. Rowling put this guy in his fucking place and made him apologize. She essentially fucking destroyed his ass. So this goes, again, this right here gives a little bit of a backstory. Transgender activists have targeted J.K. Rowling with threats and verbal harassment ever since she began expressing her views on gender. The novelist has stated she believes biology is real and that transgender women are different than actual women. And that's what's funny is she's saying biology's real. That's the science, right? Isn't that what the wokies or, you know, the unhinged cancel culture mob say is trust the science? When they wanted to force us to get a jab, trust the science. Well, why can't you trust the science? The Giants. You can't trust the Giants. They choke all the time. Hashtag Dallas Cowboys Nation. But you cannot trust the science for man or woman, but you'll trust it for fucking chemicals in your body. I don't get it. So yeah, she has basically become persona non grata in Hollywood and among the culture elite. So yeah, you could see definitely it's been the last few years, but yeah, she basically threatened Homeboy with legal action, and good on her. And it seems like she is starting to do this a lot more. It seems like she's speaking up on her social media to go against these people, these unhinged people that claim tolerance, claim inclusion, but if you're not on their side with the issues, they will be coming after you. Only they can label you as a Nazi. Nobody else. You can't say that they censor people. You can't claim all this and that. They're the only ones that can label words as hateful. They're the only ones that could have the right opinion, and that is what's wrong with it. That's the fucking problem with cancel culture and wokeness and the woke mob, because these guys, they're not straight in the head anyway. Like, they have fucking mental issues. They're not all there, and they're unhinged, and they do fucked up shit to people. So, at the end of the day, J.K. Rowling destroyed this dude. He tucked his tail between his legs and apologized for his comments. So, yeah, I'm going to go play some Hogwarts.